inside local distribution center. Same concept is here also. This thing is known as the origin server and the edge locations. Edge location, it is known as edge, it is known as POP. People call it, means multiple names are there. Edge is there, POP locations is there, CDN location is there. It can be interviewer can speak anything. Like yesterday's interview was with one of the manager, not very smart. I believe he just knew some of the terms. So this person told that the question that he was asking were not very smart, but he was looking for the specific terms. So in his case, he told he was talking about CDN. So CDN technically is not wrong. Means it is, yes, it is a CDN location, but you call it as a edge location. It can also be POP. So in case they are taking the interview, you still have to clear it. So just know that okay, they might be referring it to POP or to CDN or to edge location. So coming back. If I have to buy an iPhone, will I actually go to Chennai to the root location to buy it? No, rather I will go and take it from the nearest location to me. Same concept here also. Like let's say my root server is in US. Anyone from India, if they have to open, they will not actually open the root server. Rather, what will happen from the root server, I will go and create multiple edge locations, multiple small server, one in it seems Greenland or Canada, one in South America, one in Africa, one in Asia, one in West Africa, one in East Africa, and yeah, like that I'll create. Okay, so one, two, three, four, and five. Now, assuming if someone from, let's say, Japan is trying to open up, they will actually not open up the servers of US, rather they will open up the servers of India, and servers of India will obviously have the data which is taken from this specific root server or origin server. Obviously, it will have some old information. We'll talk about that also. So it will have some old information because it is actually periodically taking the data every 15 minutes, every 30 minutes, every 60 minutes. If you want to know how much duration, this is the TTL. Okay. So it will refresh every 900 seconds or 60 seconds or 2 days, something like. So in this case, if anyone is trying to open up the servers, rather or opening up the website, they will actually open up the local server, which is in India, and it will obviously be faster. Now, by the way, if you are in US, in North America, then you will directly open up the root server only or the origin server only because it's a website only at the end of the day. This concept is known as CDN, Content Delivery Network. In reality, it is pretty tough to actually create this. Like, if you want to do, if you remember, we did it inside our routing policies in Route 53, where I said if anyone from US is trying to open up, from US, from Mexico, from Canada, go to this location. In Asia, Japan will go to this location. India will go to this location. If it fails, it will go here. If it fails, it will go here. So honestly speaking, if you want to do, you can do it yourself also. But the beauty is we do not have to do it ourselves. Rather, we just have to go and create a specific CDN distribution network, or this inside AWS is known as CloudFront. So if you go to CloudFront and you create a CDN, you don't have to do much. You just have to tell them that the root servers over here are actually corresponding to whatever location you are setting inside your CDN. So what we have to do is we just have to go and create a specific distribution over here. Now distribution will be from where? This CloudFront I will create, but it actually has to get the data from some specific location, right? So that specific location, I will go, in my case, because right now I only know S3. So I will just go and put it as S3. So what I'll do is let's go back to S3 here. By the way, let's just go and see if it responds back. Still not there. Okay. We'll go ahead, create a bucket like over here. This block public access we'll remove, enable here and create bucket. Bucket is created. Now, if I want my bucket to behave as a website, I'll have to go and upload some sample HTML over here. Okay. So let's go and just take HTML one page. Uh, yeah, I want the free one. Okay. I hope it is happening. Let it happen. Fine. We'll just go and take simple HTML. Mm, which one? At least something should be there. Okay, this one we'll go and create. And let's go and open VS Code. Here this, and let's save it as desktop index.html, and let's go and put something over here, like let's say website one, and something goes here. Okay, so index.html is done. Uh, let this happen. So what we'll do is we'll just go drag and drop our file index.html over here. Done. Permission. We obviously want anyone in the world to open because obviously it's a website. So click on upload. And if that is done, good for us because now this specific address is there. So this is specific address like s3amazonaws.com slash this slash index.html is created. Now comes the next part. Now all of these are actually built on top of each other. So please ensure, come on. So please ensure that each of the things you are understanding line by line, or else it might become a problem. Okay, so any which way. So right now the problem is if you go and open up a website, will it go and open up something like google.com slash index.html? So by the way, even if you do that, that is not wrong. You can go and always say index.html, it will actually open up the page. Proof that it is correct. No, you go and put something like index.html, it will not give you, which means index.html actually opens up the page. But you don't do that, right? Don't say website slash index.html. You straight away go and give the name of the domain or the website and it runs. So same thing if you have to do inside your S3 bucket also. You have to go and make one change inside properties. We missed one thing that was static website hosting. So I'll go and tell my S3 bucket that say I'm going to host a website on you. How? Click on edit, click on enable, and go and give the name of the page. In my case, it is index.html, and click on save change. Now, what you are going to see is if you go over here and click on this specific address, it will still show you the website. The same thing that it was showing here, the same thing it will show you here. The beauty of that is now you don't have to give slash index.html. Yes, you will be saying that. Obviously, I won't be going and opening up ankit.xyz 5.s3 website, AOS East for Amazon, AWS.com. I understand that. That is the next part. This address, we have to go and give it inside our CDN or inside our content delivery network. But before we go there, any of the website you see, all of them, it will say the connection is secured, right? Certificate has to be created. These certificates are the SSL certificates. So in case you want to go and get a SSL certificate, you can go and buy it also. In case you want to go and buy it from GoDaddy or anywhere, you can go and do that too. Go over here, it will cost you almost like 10,000 rupees or 20,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees, depends on how you want to do it. So basically what happens is it will only encrypt one site. Like I say ankitsaxena.xyz, it will go, that certificate is for 5,000 rupees. You say up to 5 websites like v1.ankitsaxena.xyz, resume.ankitsaxena.xyz, and let's say v2 dot, v3 dot, v4 dot. So if you want up till 5 sites, it will go and cost you 10,000 bucks. You say I want it up to anyone. Okay, so it can be v1 dot, v2 dot, and I want it across multiple domains. There it will cost you 20,000 rupees. So in case you want to go and get certificates from people like GoDaddy, you can go and do that also. It will cost you. But I do not want to give that much money. Rather, I will say AWS, do a thing. You only go and get these specific certificates for me. That thing is known as certificate manager. Side note, AWS Certificate Manager will cost you 0 rupees. Over here, maximum is 20,000 rupees, right? It is giving you up till one and up to nine subdomains and up to one domain. No, AWS will, this is giving only up to nine subdomains. AWS will give you up to infinite number of subdomains, and that too for free. The only problem being you can only use it inside AWS. But nonetheless, even if we want to do it, you can go click on request a certificate, go and give the name of that specific domain, like let's say, what was the domain? Ankisakshana.xyz. Also, go and take something like a wildcard, maybe this part over here, wildcard certificate, go and do it and click on request. Once you do this, by the way, please note over here, only 3 entries are there, okay? 1, 2, 3, 3 entries. Now, next thing what you have to do is wait for some time. Actually, it will go and refresh. Let it happen. My advice would be click on refresh. Not this refresh, a control R or a command R that you have to do. Once that is done, this is saying the pending validation. Two options are there. Either you go copy this value, go to Route 53, click on create record, go and do this, and then create the value. That is one option you can do. Or simply click on create record Route 53. If AWS DNS propagation has been done, AWS will automatically do this thing for you. How can you verify right now? Only 3 are there. If that is done, it will become 4. It has become 4. No. This part underscore 5 is CO60. It has happened, which means in some time AWS will actually go and give this certificate to you. So this specific entry automatically came inside out, which means the propagation part almost is done for me. The only thing that you have to do is wait for some time, and this should happen. If you are impatient like me, rather what I will do is maybe go to Ireland and write out there certificate is a specific, right? So go ahead, request, public, this and wildcard. If you want to give wildcard, I'm just giving wildcard for future reference. Do it, let it happen. Create. If it is done, go back to your certificates, and over here, Ireland is issued, right? In North Virginia, it is also issued. Okay, Ireland happened faster, so don't worry on that. From my experience, I can tell you. First reason that right will always take time. In the second and third, and so on, it actually generally happens immediately. So that comes from experience. Anyhow, remember DNS propagation can take time. Okay, propagation time. On the internet, it will take 24 to 48 hours. In reality, it takes 72 hours. No, it can take up to 72 hours also. In reality, you start hardly 20 minutes. But you should know, like I could have also started from S3. But first I did the domain part and then I take care, right? Why? Because first is domain part takes time. By that time, I intend to talk about S3 and endpoint and CCDN. If all of this is done, now comes the easy part. Let's start. First thing first, go to CloudFront, create a distribution, you can give the address. In my case, address happens to be this. Okay. Copy it, choose the domain, remove this HTTP and all these things over here. Click on this, and then go and say if you want to redirect HTTP to HTTPS, you can do that. It simply means even if someone does HTTP, it will get forwarded to HTTPS. WAF I don't need. Certificates already you have created. Let it be. If you want to go and create a specific domain, like you say that my website would get forwarded to this address, you can put that also. Okay. If you want, it can also be something like www dot. It depends on you how you want to do. This is logging. If you want to go and do it, logging will obviously go inside the bucket. I'm keeping one so that you can also see how the logs look like. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Click on create distribution. Once, okay.
Recording stopped.
In a previous account where the billing I did not pay, no, there I would have created a domain by this time. That is why it is telling like that. Fine, we'll see alternate.
Recording in progress.
So this domain actually exists over here. So what I will do is maybe I will go and put v1 dot something like this. Okay, v1 dot xyz. And that's it. Click on create distribution. This also. Okay, fine. Then maybe v10 dot. Where are you? Okay, done. It will take its own sweet time, but what will happen now is it will go and give you this specific domain name. Now, what you have to do is just go to your Route 53, create a record, put v10, click on alias name because now it is actually forwarding to your CloudFront. Go over here, select CloudFront, select the distribution that you have created and click on create records. Done. Now in some time, if anyone opens up the website, which was v10.ankitsaxena.xyz, it will actually go and show you that specific website. That will happen after your CloudFront distribution has been done. So right now it says deploying. No? So in some time, this specific distribution will also start to respond. And your specific domain, whatever you created, that will also start to respond. The only thing, just keep in mind, you have to wait for CloudFront actually to get updated. So it should go and say that, okay, I am actually into last status. It should not say deploying. It should actually say that I am actually deployed. And if that is done, it will go and respond back. We'll just wait in for what I believe 100 seconds. So we'll wait for that. And once it goes from deploying to deployed, if you refresh this and you refresh this, it will start to give you the specific response. Let's wait for it. And then I'll show you one more thing also if I have that specific new template. Or rather, let's do that template only, by the way. So that template is present in downloads. Let's put over here and that let's put over here. So this right now is the template. Okay. Over here, it gives me something like this. To test it out, what I will do is new tab, this, and I have already copied it inside my desktop over here. This part and go to index.html. This is how it says. How does it say? Sell more, use less, stuff faster. So let's search for that. It says over here, and let's go and say, hello, I am Ankit. And refresh, it will say, hello, I am Ankit, but this is inside my local, no magic in that. Okay, this is local. We'll come to that. Let it happen. This part will go and refresh. Okay, over here it works, and this will take its, okay. This also works. v10.ankitsaxena.xyz works, and CloudFront, obviously it has to work. There is no magic in that. The thing is, right now it gives me this very simple page, website one, and it gives me something over here. This doesn't matter. The only thing that matters for me now is this specific domain, v10.ankitsaxena.xyz. Okay, so that only matters. Now comes the next part. Over here, I want to go and give this specific domain, means this website content, not that content. So what I have to simply do is go to your specific bucket, go to your this bucket over here, and whatever content is inside your desktop, no, this part, drag and drop. Just keep in mind to give the permission and grant public read access. Now, if you say that, will I do it manually? No, this will happen via the pipeline. Those of you who were in GitLab and GitHub Actions, remember AWS access key, role, secret. One pipeline step will be AWS S3 sync. Workspace is already there, right? So you would only go into AWS S3 sync, whatever is the content. So dot and then S3 colon slash slash and the actual website, whatever it is, whatever bucket name is there. That's it. So what will happen now is if someone opens up this, array, where is the domain? If someone goes and opens up this specific domain, it should give me the new content. Right now, it is not giving, obviously, because it is actually uploading the content. Let it happen. In reality, you will actually do it via AWS S3 sync command. Okay, here, though, I am doing from the browser, so obviously, it will take more time. Let it happen. And then you will go and realize that this is not getting updated only, or it might get updated. We'll see. So I'm just giving this specific domain on the chat window so that you can go and see.
Recording stopped.
Side note, I am opening it on v10.ankitsaxena.xyz because my domain ankitsaxena.xyz, that would be with my previous account, which means over there I actually forgot, or let's see if I can get that. 2006, right? That would be 7. I'm just trying to see if I can actually, means if AWS will allow me, then I will go and delete that entry and then I can do. 7. No. Whenever I take a class, actually, I create a new ID. So this much payment is pending. 33 paisa though I could have done. 229. So this much payment is pending that I have not done. So for obvious reason, AWS has blocked it. Even if I go and try to open anything over here, it will not open only. Okay, so my domain, no, ankitsaxena.xyz would be over there. I forgot to remove CloudFront distribution. Same thing I will tell in next class where instead of V10, I will make it V11. In companies, it will not happen because in companies, this payment drama doesn't happen. No, so there one domain is there. There you will not face this issue also.
Recording in progress.
Okay, any which ways, it is all done. Now go and refresh the page. You are still seeing the same content. However, now this is one of the question that is asked in the interview. So if I'm opening up the website, do I still see the same content? Okay. Which means if I go and open the CloudFront distribution, do I still see the same thing? Obviously, yes. But everything is inside my bucket. If I go to my buckets over here and I click on the bucket, pay attention. Here I see the new content. Now see, bucket is giving me new content. CloudFront, which itself is pointing to the bucket, is giving me the old content. Why? Answer is caching. CloudFront is not like every time you update inside the root server, inside the main server location, everyone in the world will get updated with that. No, that is not how it happens. It will take its own sweet time. 900 seconds, 600 seconds. Now, this I remember for one of the person who gave an interview, they asked also. Interview happened late in the night, I believe. They were asking him this only, that why is it not getting updated? They asked him, they means they were showing him the screen, he told, and they were asking him why. So a simple answer is, means it will not happen immediately, it will take time. And how, but then how can you prove that it is actually working? Because you will go to S3 bucket and it is working. But I want to do it immediately right now. I want to go and tell CloudFront, do a thing, update across the world at all the places. How will that happen? For that, you will have to go to CloudFront. Remember, this is an expensive operation because now whatever edge locations in the world are there, you are going and telling them, please go and update yourself. That happens via invalidation. Click on create invalidation, go and tell, you can go and give a specific path also, or you can go and give something like this. Click on create invalidation. Again, will take its own sweet time, but eventually everything will get updated. You see, invalidation happened. It's almost there. You go and refresh the page. This is also pointing to the new one. This is also pointing to the new one. Okay. So that is how you can go and update the specific addresses. Now other things are also there, like you can go and create a behavior like I want it https, same thing that I did at the cname level, that also you can do. One more thing is there, you have the concept of origin over here. You can go create a origin, like you can say v1 dot v2 dot this is specific domain dot, that also you can do inside the distribution. One more thing is there, you can go inside security. This was asked sort of, where you can go and click on countries and edit, and you can go and put allows. Only these countries are allowed. And in block country, if you want, you can go and block any of the countries. So for obvious reasons, I don't want anyone from Pakistan to view my site. So I have set it to block list. So if they try to go and open it from their country, it will not open the website only. Side note, same thing you could have done from Route 53 using the routing policies also, right? Same thing I have done from here also. Your choice how you want to do. Very easy it is. Error pages, if you want to go and give your own custom error page, like if this error is there, if you want a customized one, you can go and tell what specific error you want, what is the path you want. So like slash error1.html, error2.html, whatever error page you want to go and give, you can go and give this also. Okay, this again is not done because CloudFront, whenever they are doing, no, the client would give you the complete list of the things, that if this is the error, this has to be done, this is the error, this has to be done. So from your perspective, you just go and do it. And even more honestly, it happens via Terraform. Everything is via their script, so it is even more easier over there. Okay, so any which ways, uh, that's website for you. We used S3, we used CloudFront, we used ACM, we used encryption KMS, we used logging. By the way, anyone who is trying to open up, no logs will start to show up now over here inside my S3 bucket. So if you go to S3 over here, inside my specific bucket, in some time, over here, it will start to give me the specific logs. Okay, these are the logs, like for instance, GZ file 2211 2216. So if any one of you has actually opened up my website over here, and you can click on open, it will go and show you the complete logs of who opened, what time, all those things it will tell. Okay, so that's about the specific domain. So this is also your assignment actually. Vaishnavi, question. Okay, so that also is your assignment basically. Go and buy a domain today from GoDaddy. Please ensure it is less than 120, less than 200 rupees. Okay, go and buy a domain, host a website over there. Done. This is what the company's assignment will be. Go and host a domain in AWS. That's the easy part. Difficult part is S3, object storage class, bucket, S3 bucket website. Next, encryption, KMS. Next, SSL certificate, ACM. Next, Route 53 and the entries. Next, CloudFront. If you do all the steps together, if you go and open up your website, it should actually respond back. If you do not do any one of the steps over there, in that case, it will give you an error where in short website will not be available. And that also happens to be your assignment number one. Though I would be writing the same thing on your group also, but you know the assignment now. Simply go, create a domain in AWS, ensure it is running. That's it. Tomorrow we start with EC2. Any questions if you have, you can ask now.
Recording stopped.
Yeah, hi, Ankit.
Yeah.
I'm little confused between the Route 53 and CloudFront. Can you?
Route 53, see, CloudFront and Route 53 are very different. Route 53 will tell you where to send the traffic to. Like you say, I want to go to v1.ankitsaxena.xyz. Where will it go? To youtube.com, 10, 10, 10, 11, 10, 10, 10, 12, to CloudFront, where it will go. That is Route 53. Route 53 is the mother of everything, actually. CloudFront is just one service of CDN, which if you use me, your website will load faster. Okay. So route 53 will forward the traffic to multiple places, including CloudFront, including IP address, including load balancer, including Kubernetes. CloudFront is just one small service of AWS, of CDN.
Okay.
Think about it more perhaps tomorrow. Think about it today and then come back tomorrow. Or if you have any question, ask now itself.
Yeah, one more question, Ankit.
Mhm.
I think you were saying that you have a protection issue, right? I think if you are okay with it.
Next, not right now because it is still there actually.
Okay, sure.
So we had a issue with Astra. Astra is hosted on GCP. GCP was not working 2 days back. It is still not working. Basically, if you want to see, somehow I made it to work, but it is still messed up. Generally, GCP never gave me any problem, so I did not have any issues. But over here, it was running in Asia Pacific. Over here, now it is. We also moved it to Australia. So right now, my primary endpoint is pointing to Australia. India one is still having an issue. They are unable to resolve. Once it happens, then I'll tell you. The short answer for that is I moved the traffic to Australia Southeast one, so it is running. Long answer I don't have because I don't control their database. It is NoSQL. It is NoSQL and it is serverless. Once I have an answer, probably somewhere this week I'll let you know. Also, one more thing. One of the person at a like one of the is what to say. He is the head of cloud division over here. One of my students only. He gave a presentation basically for the company in landing zone that I would be telling you perhaps sometime next month. So I have the PPT with me. For obvious reasons, I cannot show you the PPT like that because it has the logo and everything. But uh, hold on, let me see if that is not there. No, company name is there. I can't remove it. So fine, I'll just show you over here. So this is one of the user story that his company is actually doing over here with the direct connect and all these things, and that's the user story how they are going to go and use it. This they are actually doing, and this is one of the 10th biggest company in the world in case of finance. They are working with landing zone. My person is leading the cloud division there. I am working with him basically to create the solution. This I would be showing to you in the class in physical. I mean, obviously it will not be online. I'll only be showing it to you on my laptop. So in case if you want to know how these people actually make a decision, how do they work, I'll show you somewhere next month after Diwali. We will do it. Okay. Unfortunately, online it cannot be done because screenshotting I cannot allow that. Okay, so that also I will be doing. And some others of you also have who are joining the companies and all. Somewhere next to next week when I am in the institute, then also we will be sitting over there and you will be seeing the things, how it works. Okay, enough of talks. Any question if you have, please tell. Access the recordings. Please ask Harsha, like I told. Any question you have regarding accessing the recordings, any question you have in general, Harsha is the person. Ask him. He should be telling. Harsha, uh,
I guess
Uzma Farheen. Yeah.
I guess I request you not to ask anything in the class. So class would be only for a technical discussion or any questions on the topic being presented at that moment. Please don't ask anything to trainer in the class. Thank you, guys.
Okay, then. So we'll leave it over here. Tomorrow we start with EC2 instances, and I'll see you there. Goodbye. S Patil 6, any question?
No.
Ah, okay then. Bye bye.
No. Thank